Hi, I'm James Hobbis, one of the founders of Gruvi, and I'm here to tell you how we would go about marketing Scarface using social media. We've been in operation since January of last year, and in that time we've marketed some 40 films, primarily here and in Northern Europe, but as of next week Sony will be using our solution to market The Amazing Spider-Man in 15 regions, including the US, Asia and Australia. So we're pretty committed to leveraging social media in order to market films. Now we know that Scarface will go over very well with the audience within Facebook. We know that because there's a huge number of people with a predisposition to gangster movies. There are 500,000 fans of the Godfather franchise. The Sopranos has 250,000 fans. De Niro alone has 100,000 fans, and Al Pacino beats that with 140. So there's a huge well of fans that we can dip into, and this is where we'll be generating awareness, interest and desire. But what differentiates our approach from everyone else's is the technology that sits behind our campaigns, which allows us to play in this last space, the action space. What we do is simple, it's obvious. I'm amazed that no one else is able to do it. We get people over the line to purchase, we track them to ticketing. In some regions we can even see how many tickets they bought. And this allows us to track the campaign traction in real time and adjust tactics if required. And quite often it is. Let me illustrate this by showing you what we're doing with Spider-Man. Here's the landing tab on the fan page. The key ingredient is the trailer, of course. It's our most valuable asset, but closely followed by the showtimes localized to the user. Clicking here deep links them straight into the ticketing page of their local theatre, any town. Now you'll also see this I want to see it button. When the user clicks on that, they share the trailer and the showtimes onto the news feeds of their friends, allowing them to become acquainted with Spider-Man and to explore where they can see it locally. Now, of course, we're also using the ticker in exactly the same way that Spotify does, so that the trailer gets spread all across Facebook. In fact, that initial I want to see it click back on the fan page will generate 300 to 500 impressions across Facebook, completely free, and all backed up by a word-of-mouth recommendation from a friend. The next phase is what we call reminder marketing. Often we become aware of a film weeks before it comes to the cinema, opening up the very real possibility that we'll actually miss it. So our solution is to reach out and remind people when that film is playing locally. And we can reach out again and let them know when it becomes available at home. By doing this, we maximize the number of times that Scarface is offered to people that have already expressed a desire to see it. But perhaps the most valuable part of our approach is the ability to remarket films, be they new releases or back catalogue, to the existing audience. By delving into the user's open graph, we can see which other films they like and turn that into stars, directors or genres that they follow, which allows us to produce hyper-targeted recommendations, just like Amazon recommending the next book for you to read. Our approach will plug into anyone else's media spend, but we can manage that too. Over time, the clients that we work with gain a community of fans of known taste, which in turn allows us to deliver highly targeted campaigns that find advocates and bring them to bear early in the cycle. These campaigns become more and more efficient as we learn more about our client's audience and can make better recommendations. And we get those little fan pages to work just about as hard as they can, with every action on the tab generating 300 to 500 impressions out across Facebook. So finally, here is the Scarface trailer. This is Universal counting up the value of all its earned media. If you point your smartphone at that QR code, you'll be able to see the trailer right in your hand. And it links straight through to the same want to see it back end that we saw previously, generating all those impressions across Facebook. We'd be using these in the Scarface print media, and I'm sure it won't be long before QR codes are as ubiquitous here in the UK as they are already in Scandinavia. The Gruvi approach will link into any media buy. It leverages Facebook to the maximum, and it works for any film, be it a theatre or home entertainment release. If you'd like to have a chat, then this is where you can find us. Thanks for your attention.